So hello, welcome to Rise of Nations, the extended edition. Rise of Nations it's gotta be like one of my favorite RTS games. I don't know about all of you out there. I love any game, any RTS game that has like ages, you know? Age of Empires, Civilization, Rise of Nations. One of my favorites was Empire Earth. I loved Empire Earth as a kid because I loved going from like the cavemen to like the space marines. I thought that was like such a cool it's just such a cool game, even though the AI cheats and I never won a single game because the AI is actually impossible in that game. I don't know. I mean, it's old at this point. They ruined it. Was Empire Earth a browser game? No, it was made by the people that made Empire at War, the Star Wars game. Which actually, that's another game we should play. At some point, we've got to play Empire at War. I don't know when that's going to happen, though. Anyways, we are going to be playing Rise of Nations, Extended Edition. We're going to be playing the Conquer the World campaign. And I think I've decided that we're going to play as the Bantu today, because they have more cities, they get higher population limits, citizens train 25% faster. Just getting an economy really quickly just seems really good. And unit upgrades don't require military research. Barrack units are faster. I'll be honest, in any game I've ever played, I've always been an infantryman. I don't know what it is about like little dudes walking around, but those have always been my favorite. It's just, you know, like Marines or, you know, rocket troops or, you know, swordsmen or archers. I've always liked infantry. They've always been the most fascinating to me. Anyways, we're going to play as them. We're going to get started basically like right away. Yeah, exactly. They look massive. You have so many infantry. Things are going pretty well for you. We're only playing with one single mod. We're playing with the fan-made balance patch. Because I was looking. I was like, is there any mods that we should play? And the one mod people were suggesting, at least in like the Steam suggestions, was the balance patch. Because, as I quote from the mod page, is that apparently in the extended edition, which is what we're playing today, every single damage modifier is broken. All 28,800 damage calculations are just wrong. Units either do more damage or they receive more damage or less damage than they're supposed to, which is very funny to me. Also, I am like so bright. Let me turn this off. There we go. So I've got that mod installed. I'll put a link in the comments below if you want to play that, if you want to get that as well. Well, we're going to be playing today. We're going to be playing the Conquer the World campaign, which is, I played Extended Edition and I never noticed anything wrong. That's what at least what the mod said, is that in the actual game from 2004, after the DLCs and all that, or I guess they were expansion packs back then, of course, the balance was fine, but then everything broke in the Extended Edition. So I've got that installed. I'll trust the mod makers. I'll trust that like the number one mod for Rise of Nations that is not like an overhaul. I didn't want to get any mods that just like added new units. You know, that's not really what we're here for, at least right now. But yes, we're playing the Conquer the World campaign. Our goal, of course, is to conquer every single province on this stage here on this map. There are, I think there's like 22 civilizations. We're playing again. We're the Bantu down here. We've got the Incas, we've got the Maya, the Aztecs, the Lakota, the Americans, the Iroquois, the British, French, Spain, the Dutch, Germany, Romans, Greeks, Turkey, the Russians. I'm going to go through all of them, by the way, while we're here. We got the Persians, India, China, Mongolia, Korea, and Japan. We start off in the Ancient Age. This literally only lasts for one turn. We're not going to be here for too long. Yeah, but we just got to conquer everybody. I think that's like the only actual... That's the only objective, right? Conquer the world. You begin with one capital territory, one army. Use your army to conquer more territories. You can attack unclaimed territories once per turn. Captured territories will give you bonuses, including tributes, rare resources, and bonus cards. I need to open up my my beverage before we start. Certain territories contain supply centers. In addition to your starting army, you gain one extra army for every supply center you control. An army can attack or support an attack during a turn. Supporting army automatically sends reinforcements during a battle. If you use enough supporting armies, you can win non-capital territory without having to fight. You must have 2 or more armies than your opponent to overrun the territory. Overrun attacks do not count against your attacks per turn. And vassal nation have joined your empire, but retain control of their own strategic resources. They no longer field armies, and your armies are allowed to move their territory. Okay. Now, if there's one thing I do remember, hello, Theodore. No way you're playing one of my favorite games growing up. This was a fantastic game. I never played the sequel. I know there's like they had like a Rise of Nations sequel, but it was like steampunk fantasy, which I never played. I think that would be an interesting thing to maybe try out at some point. I don't know when it would be. But yeah, we're starting down here in South Africa. We're gonna get started, like 8 minutes in after a little bit of banter. But we have our one army here. We can move him to any one of these 3 adjoining territories. Now, the one nice thing about the Bantu, another reason that I did choose them, is that we can only be attacked from the north. There's no, like, sea travel. They can't attack from, like, Australia to us, or they can't move from, like, Argentina to us. They can only attack through Africa, so we're pretty safe. Like, if you compare it to, like, France, for example, Britain, the Dutch, or Spain can all attack France immediately. And, there's, like, such a small amount of space to actually expand. Whereas we're pretty happy where we're at. We have 25 tribute. We can't really do anything right away. But we have our army, and what we're going to do is we're going to attack into Central Africa. Because, as you can see, there are these kind of, I guess, tiles. I don't know what else you'd want to really call them. There's the modifiers, maybe, per each of these territories. So if we attack our way into Guinea, we would get ourselves a card, Commerce of Mirica. We start battle with extra technologies. We'd also get a rare resource, which is we get 10 gold and 10 iron every second, I believe. I don't remember exactly what the timer is on that. And age advancements are reduced by 15%, which is pretty good. Never understood how to use the cards. I think you just use them. You buy them and then you deploy them before you start battle. But again, we'll see at some point. Right, so that's good. Rare resources are good to have. And they're permanent too, so I think they apply to everything you do in the campaign mode. The alternative is that we can attack into Central Africa, which is just going to give us 30 bucks straight up. And it's going to give us a supply center, which is going to give us a second army that we can actually use, which allows us to attack more territory quickly. Or we can attack our way into Ethiopia, which is going to give us a civic eureka, so we're going to start off with extra civic technology. Or, and we would also get gems, which are going to give us 10 bucks. It's going to give us 10 learning, so we can research a little bit faster. And our national borders are expand a little bit more. Because one, I think, really neat thing about Rise of Nations is it's one of the few RTS games that, like, have borders. I mean, it'll be more obvious once we actually get playing. But, you actually have a territory, and you got to actually expand your territory. You can't just build wherever. You got to build within your own land, which I think is neat. But we're going to attack our way into Central Africa. Again, just because they have this extra supply depot, we get more units. That's good. That's our plan. So, one also really, really cool thing about Rise of Nations is that every single map is based on, the area you're actually attacking, right? It's not random. It's not like a random map. It's actually based on the territory you're moving in from and where you're going to. So, like, if you play as the British and you attack into France, you actually have to cross the English Channel to actually attack your opponents. They're not going to be on the same side of the sea as you because, obviously you got to cross the English Channel if you're going to invade your way into France. That's really cool. Other campaigns have really cool custom maps. Yeah, I did see that. I was poking around just to kind of familiarize myself with the controls because, again, it's a 22-year-old RTS game. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah, but I tried the Cold War scenario. And if you play as the US and you attack your way into Cuba, it just reenacts the Bay of Pigs. And I think that's really cool. It's probably something that we'll try out at some point in the future. I don't know when, but another Rise of Nations campaign, I think that would be really, really fun. But anyway, our objective, War Party. Settlers from faraway regions are encroaching onto your lands. Lead your war party into an effort to drive them back. Destroy 25 enemy units. So we are, we have a scout, right? Yes, so we're going to get our scout to auto-explore. So we have 15 minutes to actually do this level. And the only thing we've got to do is just kill enemies. The early, the Cold War campaign has some really subtle but neat flavor. Again, I think it would be something to be really fun to do at some point. Because I like Rise of Nations. This is my third time attempting to play it on the channel. But this is like the real time, for sure. If you invade Mexico as the United States, you get caught Operation Backstab. I think that's really cool. I don't know. There's something about like early 2000 games that are just like really neat. Like obviously, you know, I was like 10, so you know these are the kind of games that I grew up with. So you know you got that nostalgia factor, of course. Oh, we got a little bit of ruins here. And I've been thinking as well, because in October, it's going to be the channel anniversary. It's also my birthday. I'm wondering like what we should stream for that. It's not like a big birthday, of course. You know, I think next year we can do something really cool for for like a birthday stream, because I'll be turning the big 3-0 next year. StarCraft. You know, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Like a StarCraft 1 campaign playthrough. But yeah, I mean, this is our third time trying to play Rise of Nations, and every time previously, this is a common thing that I've done every single time I've ever done any stuff on this channel, is that I eventually abandoned it to play more Hoi 4. But you know, of course, things are different now. We're a new channel, it's a new era. But I do appreciate everybody who has been giving support for the non-Hoi 4 stuff. We will probably play another Kaiserreich campaign soon, because I did see recently, maybe like earlier last month, they released like the Philippines update, and I think that could be fun to play. So we'll see. I don't know when that'll be though. I don't know exactly. And I will say these early campaign missions are a little bit a little simple. Again, we're just trying to kill units. So, you know, we're not doing anything too crazy. Actually, I want to have you kill a civilian, please. Is there 25 guys here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's not. No, attack the citizen. Do not attack the farm. No, kill these guys. Don't worry. This cavalry can deal with the citizen, okay? The rest of you deal with killing these units, please and thank you. Oh, good work. Good work, idiot. Okay, so we've gotten the first 10 down. But yeah, I'm open to suggestions for what we should stream for the channel anniversary / I guess my anniversary of life. Okay, they're retreating to... Warriors from a local village have joined your war party. Hell yeah, okay. Get you all into control group 1, please and thank you. Now, the problem with them going into the city, into Timbuktu here, is that I can't attack the citizens while they're garrisoned. Which is not, it's not great for me. Do you know what would be great to stream on my birthday? If they could release Silk Song, that would be fantastic. Okay, kill this guy. Like, that would be a great birthday present from Team Cherry. If they can get that done for me, I'd be a very, very happy man. Okay, kill more citizens. Also, by the way, I also really like how control groups just get, like, little names. Calling this first cavalry because it's control group 1. I think that's pretty neat. I like that a lot. Okay, we gotta find more enemy units. I will say, this first mission where you just have to kind of kill people is a little slow because they garrison into Timbuktu. And I don't think there's anything... Can I, like, attack the city? It's got 1200 HP. How much damage do we do? Oh, like none. But I feel like we kind of have to try to take it, because again, I need to kill people. And if you're not giving me people to kill, maybe there's like a different village. Let's get out of here for a quick second, okay? Oh wait, there's warriors. We got some like javeliers. Get them out of here. Okay, we need 5 more units. Again, they've got to be like somewhere, right? I just don't know exactly where. Ooh, we got some bears. Very cool. Is this Lake Victoria? This might be Lake Victoria. Are there citizens down here? No, I think everybody... Oh, no, okay, no, there's 2 guys. We can make our way in this direction. More local warriors have joined your cause. Hell yeah. One thing I don't like is how javelins are one of the primary infantry units in the gunpowder age. Would have preferred them to be replaced by a swordsman unit. I think they just wanted, I guess, like more ranged options, which, I mean, I can understand. Like, when did they stop? When did javelins stop being a main weapon in war? Like, are you trying, like, was it like Roman era? Like, I can't think of like javelins being a main thing even in like the medieval age. It's like, I'm willing to admit if I'm wrong on that, but okay, like, can you guys like just send? There we go. I was gonna say, can you just send somebody out so I can kill you? Hey, I got an achievement for winning 10 games. Look at me go. But there we go. Also, the castle building for the medieval age made out of wood and straw, and the actual stone castle only appears in the gunpowder age. I have a lot of little nitpicks. Well, I will welcome all of your nitpicks. So there you go. We've gained a new army from capturing the supply centers placed in southern Africa, and we've now advanced to the classic age. So yeah, now that we have gone, all the I think we always play first, which is nice. But now, as you can see, all the AI have done stuff. So Britain has moved their way into Norway. France has attacked their way into the Alps. Spain has moved their way into Morocco. Now, I don't believe the AI ever attacks another AI on turn 1. As you can see, everybody's like moving their way around the map, which is nice. Egyptians have played a card on their first turn. Is that not like a little bit of a waste? But anyway, now it is turn numero 2. Which I don't know if that's how you actually say it. But we can either do 2 things, right? We can either buy a bonus card. So we have these kind of options, right? We got partisans. Invading enemy troops will take 50% more attrition during 1 battle. Metal economic boom. We gain 5% boost in production for 1 battle. Or we get knowledge boom. So basically, these are like little cards we can use. We can store them up here. We can use them whenever we want. Partisans, I think, could be interesting. But that's really if we're going to get attacked. And are we ever going to get attacked? No. Because we're god gamers, and that's not going to happen to us. I should get like a big cup of water. I don't know what I'm doing here. But we have ourselves a new army. And also we have territory strength. Click to upgrade territory strength, which results in extra cities and buildings. So essentially what we can do is we can upgrade. You can see here, this one costs 20, this one costs 50. We get $50 in total. And it is... I know there's a list. Territory strengths. So yeah, so if we upgrade, as you can see here, this is defense level 1. This is defense level 4, because our capital is going to be a little bit more defended. But if we go into our rules, territory strengths, you can see, if it's level 1, we have our standard city, we have 1 city, and we have a senate, which I think is, it's not research, it's like government types, I believe. But if you upgrade it 1 more time, you start off with the senate, the standard city, and a tower, a temple, and a lookout. If you do level 3, you get a barracks at the start. If you do level 4, you get yourself a mine, a market at the start. And basically it gets better and better and better and better, right? If you get your way to level 5, you start off with 2 cities. If you get your way all the way down to level 7, you get 3 cities, and they all have different modifiers. So now I don't know. And I think this only really matters if you get attacked. Obviously you want more stuff. Because if you have more stuff, then you can defend easier. We're going to at least get you up to level 2. Just make sure our city is going to be a little bit more defended here. But because our capital is level 4, if we go over to, again, we go back to rules, it's going to get ourselves, you know, a lookout, a tower, barracks, mine, market. Like, we're going to start off with a lot of stuff they try to attack their way into our capital. But with this unit, we can either move our way into the Ethiopian highlands to try to deal with the Nubians immediately. Or we move our way into Guinea to try to claim this silver. But it will technically leave our capital a little bit exposed. But we do get, age advancement costs reduced by 15%. We get passive generation of income for both gold and for metal. And that seems pretty good. And allows us to move our way into, more northern territories here, into the Sahara and into West Africa. Whereas if we push our way into Ethiopia, it really only allows us to attack our way into Nubia directly. I'm not too sure that's exactly what we want to do. So we're going to go into Guinea. Because again, it's also undefended. So it should be a much easier mission. Oh, and it's overrun. There we go. Your superior forces have overrun your opponents. We just get this stuff for free. Fantastic. Wait, now you could, theoretically move. Right? We can move you to, do you want to use it to immediately just attack into Nubia? It is an idea. We can also boost you up. I'm going to do at least one level of upgrades. I think having at least level 2 is good. Yeah, but now we're getting 10-10. And again, this would give us... National Borders +2 is good. If we can get National Borders in combination with, attrition damage, it'd be really bad for the AI. So you know what? I think we are just going to go straight. I need more money to declare war on you. Okay, so actually I can't do anything. We'll just have to wait. If you do not fight a battle, we'll gain 25 bucks for free for a surplus. Fantastic. So what has the AI done? We can see that Persia is moving their way down into Hejaz. Britain is conquering more territory in Scandinavia. I don't like that the Lakota is basically the exact same color as the undefended stuff. It's really hard to actually see. Which is a bit of a shame. And by the way, I love when maps are I'm going to move my camera down a little bit here. But I love when in-game maps are not super detailed. I love how they just cut off Labrador. Or not Labrador. They cut off Newfoundland. They finally have sunk Nova Scotia into the sea. There's no such thing as the Caribbean anymore. They got rid of that. Iceland finally has been dealt with in an appropriate manner. Okay, but now we have 40 bucks. What is our cards? Okay, it's actually the same each time. I don't know if there's a way to re-roll them. But we now have enough money to attack another player. And if I remember correctly, if you invade and take over an enemy capital, then you just take all of their territory. There's it's one of the issues I think with the Conquer the World campaign is if you just capture the capital, you instantly just annex all of it. There's also diplomacy. We haven't really done diplomacy yet. So we can theoretically, with the Egyptians, we could trade cards, we could trade territories, we can offer alliances, stuff like that. I think that's neat as well. If I recall, in game, the code of borders invisible to other players or something. Now, I will say, I don't know what all the bonuses are. Is there a way for me to actually see what the AI's bonuses are? Enable hints? No, I don't need hints. I don't think so. Now, unfortunately, we're in a position where we can't really conquer new fresh territory. So we need to invade somebody. And I do think invading Nubia does make the most sense. And I will say that Egypt does just have the pyramids. But it does weaken our... Again, we're in such a good defensive position. We don't really need to go out too much. Look at... I also, by the way, I love when AI gets stuck like this. Korea is just Korea. They can't do anything. The Dutch are just the Dutch. They can't do anything. A lot of players are already stuck. I'm one of them, of course. And again, we could... Do I want a card? I don't think we need a card quite yet. We could upgrade as well. I think we're going to upgrade Central Africa one more time. Just because, again, it can get attacked from 4 different points. It needs to be a little bit more defended. Oh, so I've just spent the money. I can't invade. Okay, give me... Ooh, 50 bucks. Okay, so the more we don't attack, the richer and richer we become. Which is nice. Okay, so Persia's conquered India. India's already dead. So you can see that some players are already have already started to fall. Defeats. Greece is dead. Oh no, this is they failed. Everyone has failed in their attacks. Diplomacy, declared war. Declared war on from the natives. Does it say like who's dead? Not really. Okay. But now we have 60 bucks. How much does it cost to invade? Because yeah, we can actually attack the Highlands pretty easily now. Just due to the fact that their reinforcements right now are in Southern Arabia, so they can't actually reinforce this province, and that'll give us some lovely cards. And yeah, we'll pay the fee. We're now worth the Nubians, and we can buy a card. I don't like any of them, but you know I'll buy partisans because I can see a reality in which that will be useful for us. Yeah, but let's go to war, baby. Let's go to war. This is a field battle. Your army's approaching an enemy army. Attack their encampments and destroy all their buildings in order to win. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Also, let's get you on auto explore because I literally don't think there's anything else you can do. I don't want... Wait, okay, wait. Also, you can pause. Pause the music too, unfortunately. But I just want to make sure... I want to get you out of here. Control click to unselect. And then I want to get you Army 1. So the scout can keep doing its own thing. Okay. Who are you? A camel archer? Get him the hell out of here. By the way, I also love how there's like no shadows. Like, usually in these kind of, like, older games, they would still have, like, a little circle under the unit. I guess they kind of do. It's, like, really, really subtle, though. Okay, so there is the enemy encampment. We just have to destroy the encampment. We don't have to do anything else. A neat effect is how if a unit dies while in a river, their blood will wash downstream. That's actually pretty cool. Also, get the general back here. What else? What can you do, actually? You cost 1,000 craft. I have no idea what the hell that even means. Temporary invisible entrenchment. You have craft. Okay. If I get you guys all here, around the general. That's a light horse. The general's faster than everybody else, which is kind of annoying. But if we do Q, now everybody can move faster, which is usually pretty good. We're usually pretty happy with that. Let's get the cavalry back to hit these archers. I'm assuming that's going to be a good bonus for us. Can you move, please? You one-shot them? Wait, how much damage do you do? You 15? Okay. Okay, man. Fucking go off. And also, having a scout, it's actually distracting some of the AI, which I think is beneficial for me. But I do like how there are these kind of different... General, I need you to... Why are you not part of this? Oh, you know what? I know why. I know why. It's because... Auto-alt... What does this do? Start game pause. You know, it's actually not a bad idea. You know, actually, let's start a game pause so we can at least gather our sense. But I think it's in... Is it in here? Record games, auto-combine unit types... There is a option. Yes. Drag select prefers military. I want to select everything I grab, which includes the general. But I think the general is considered a civilian unit. That's why they didn't get grouped up immediately. What are the other options? Decoy we can't use. Right now you're sent to defensive. Auto transport off. I will say, I don't see anybody. So, I guess I can just kill this. Because I don't know where their army... You know, their army might have been chasing the scout, which would be really, really funny for us. Okay, 40 food. We love to see it. And with you gone as well, we've won. Oh, yeah, they did not have an army whatsoever. But we've captured the gems now. For your performance in this battle, we received the bonus card. For one battle, Start one battle with bonus of 226 in each resource. Depends on your performance in the battle where it was awarded. Okay. I'm happy to take it for sure. We're now in the medieval age. Now, one issue I do kind of have with this campaign, also one, is that the world map has disappeared. The Earth has gone see-through. They always talk about flat Earth. They're always talking about, you know, the spherical Earth. They never talk about the translucent Earth. That's the crazy. That's what they don't tell you about. So yes, they move their units back to Nubia, which I think makes perfect sense. We have 7 tribute. I'm gonna go here to reinforce, just make sure that we can maybe try to push our way into their capital next turn. And I don't think there's anything else we can really do. 226 is really strong, and I will probably use that when we attack into Nubia, so that we can actually get, so we can actually take their city. It's a level 5. So again, level 5 doesn't mean they have 2 cities to draw off with. Yes, they do. So it's not going to be an easy fight, for sure. We only have $7, which is not very good. By the way, what else happened? Did we see what else happened in the? Yes. People attacked their way into here. We got some failed attacks, it looks like. China and Mongolia are trying to push their way into Russia. Okay, very good, very good, very good. But I think we want this. Does it matter what army? I think all armies are identical. Yeah, I don't think there's any difference in the armies. But I might be wrong. Anyways, what do you give us? The Nubians' oath to faith. Nubians have power of trade. Gains this. Okay, so we get their special ability. They have so much stuff down here. Okay, we're gonna push our way into the capital again because we have to. I don't know how to actually use the cards. Bonus cards. Can I save? Actually, I want to save quickly. Just to make sure I'm actually using the cards correctly. Okay, I'm not using the cards correctly. More tribute needed. Click to purchase 1 card. Okay, maybe I do need help on the cards. I don't remember how to get the cards.